Hey folks, a Western omelet in a cast iron skillet. It's going to put your cast iron skills to the big test. And after 50 years, I have a few tricks. That baby's going to flip over and slide right out of there. So let's get cooking. Before you even crack an egg, pick your skillet size. You like them thick, go a little smaller. You like them thin, go a little larger. So today I'm going to go with this number 8 Lodge. It's one of them factory seasoning gizmo. We'll just throw her on here. You got to get them veggies a little sauteed. I'm just going to take a little bit of this olive oil and I'm just going to dump some right in here. Preheat for a minute. You can already see it starting to shimmer. A bit below medium here. Probably about midway between low and medium. And I have my shop towel, which I love using. I like to rub this in when I'm doing something like this. So I get a little bit up around these edges where them eggs are going to touch. You're not trying to wipe it out, you're just trying to rub it in. And look at that, there's no dirt on my cast iron. I love the flavor of butter, so let's just throw a pat of butter in there and get it going. So we're a little bit preheated. You can see that butter starting to bubble some. I think we're ready to go. Let's just dump these in here. Now you can saute your peppers and onions however you like them. I don't like them real mushy. Is it just me, or is that fish turner spatula rubbing on that rough iron? That sounds pretty cool to me. I like it. It's kind of cool. So now that these are all sauteed, I'm just pulling them out of here. Now if you want, you can wipe that stuff out of there, but it's not going to cause any problems. I'm just going to leave it in there. Just pour it down. You can leave it in the middle here. But let me show you what we're going to do. You got to let this pan get back to where you want it to be. You don't want it too hot. I'm about midway between low and medium on my stove. Put yourself a pat of butter in there. If you like butter, it's the best way to cook eggs, because it's a visual thermometer. And you got to get them edges, because them eggs are going to be up there on the edge. So if you move that butter around before it totally melts, it's easy to get them edges. And we're just looking at these bubbles, and we're going to see. Now, we got to let this thing get to the right temperature. It might be a smidge too hot. I'm just going to turn her down just a little bit. And when them bubbles right there, see them big bubbles? When this whole pan turns to foam, we're going to move that butter around, dump them eggs in. A lot of times I move it around, try to get a sight of how the edges are. If it's hot one place or another, just move your pan around a little bit. And you can do that while you're cooking this thing. I think we're ready to go. So you don't want this thing smoking, that's the key. You want a little bit of oil, butter, whatever your preference is. You don't have to put a lot, don't have your eggs floating in it. I do kind of like these things with the spout, because you can pour it in the center and it'll move out. And I'll show you what's going to happen there. So I took 2 eggs, cracked them in here, put in just a smidge of heavy whipping cream. You can use mayonnaise, there's a lot of different things, but that'll give them a little more fluff, and you don't want any of that big chunky stuff. So being that butter's all foam, I'm just going to pour it right in the center. And I'm going to try to let it get around even. Listen to that as I'm dripping eggs on my stove. You can take a look there and see what's going on. Got a few bubbles in the eggs, but looking pretty good. Looks like it's a little hotter towards this side, so I'm just going to slide it that way. That's all you got to do, just keep adjusting. If that looks like it's way too hot, turn your stove down. You can take it off the burner if you need to for a while. That's looking pretty good. So what I'm looking for, I'm just watching these edges. See how that edge is? You can see that butter just came right up. You dump them eggs dead center, it pushes that butter and the oil out to the edge and you won't have a problem. This side, it's not quite as set up enough. Starting to, but not quite. Just don't rush it. Now, if you want to move some of the liquids around, you can tilt the pan a little bit so you get it even. That's going to come right out of there, I'm telling you right now. So that side's cooking. This side isn't quite as done, so just slide the pan over. That's all you got to do. Now, if you happen to get one of them big bubbles, this one's kind of small, just bust it, pull a little raw egg over top of it and patch that up, just like patching a pothole, I guess. That's kind of my trick too, to be able to get the inside done. If you pull some of this heavy stuff over here to the edge and let it cook, and you don't have to worry about having a raw piece. Just like everything I do when I'm cooking with cast iron, just keep that temperature down. You won't have any trouble. You won't have any trouble with stuff sticking and burning. And best of all, cleanup's a breeze. Well, I'm liking the way we're looking here. If you want to get all fancy, you can try to do that Jimmy shake, I think it's called, and see if it comes loose. Look at that. That thing's not stuck. It's not stuck at all. It never is. That's the trick. That's basically it. The butter and the bubbles. If that butter is still bubbling, it's not ready. And if it's turning brown, it's too hot. It's just that simple. So we're sliding around. If you don't like this and you don't feel like flipping this, just push it out to the edge like this. That's all you gotta do. That's what I do. Just push it out to the edge and let it cook. So then you can add your ingredients. If you want to do the double fold, I'm going to do the half fold. Just put your stuff on one side. I usually kind of take a look at it, see which side is the most done, and put it on the least done side. I just happen to have some sausage left over for my Western omelet. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And then we're going to take some of these fine peppers and onions, and we're going to throw those in there. And you put as many as you want. A few happy little peppers and onions on top of there. Oh, look at that. That's already looking great. And then you got to have some cheese. Just shred it up a little Colby Jack. You can't ever have too much cheese, can you? Let's put a little bit more on there. So we should be ready to go. A lot of times I tilt the pan, and that's why I love these fish turner spatulas with that little turn. If I haven't been talking to you too long, this thing should not be burned. It should be beautiful. So let's give her a flip, nice and easy. We got a little browner than I wanted because I was chatting with all you fine folks on YouTube. But hey, that's fine. And that right there is one slippy, slidey omelet. That's it. It's that simple. I'm kind of one of them black pepper guys, so I'm just going to hit it. And keep this up pretty high. See how even that does? You get way down here, you get a big old chunk in the place. So just hold it up high. If you like pepper, put it on there. If you don't, skip that step. So we're done with that heat. Just turn it off. Putting this together, let me know. Are you struggling with omelets, scrambled eggs? I'm your guy. I know how to get this done. Been doing this for 50 years, and I kind of have this whole egg thing, omelet thing, scrambled eggs over easy, sunny side up. They all turn out just like this one. So look at this golden omelet. Fluffy, beautiful. Turned out just like anybody could make. And this is the best part right here. Look. There's not a single thing stuck in that pan. Nothing. It all came out. You let me know down there in them comments if you're struggling with making these omelets, and if you watch this video, if it helped you out, stop back, make a comment. I'd love to know if you was successful. It's the Bob butter. It's the Bob's bubble. Easy for me to say. You know, if you just use Bob's butter bubble trick, it works every time. It really does. If you like the flavor of butter, that's the way to go. I hope you all have a great day and just keep cooking.